Okay, let's just dive right in. Something huge is happening in the world of corporate sustainability, ESG. For what feels like forever, it's been all about glossy reports and saying the right things. Well, that world is changing, and it's changing fast.
And this quote, it just nails it. The time when you could just tell a good story about your company's green initiatives, well, that's over. We are officially leaving the age of aspiration and entering the age of hard-nosed accountability.
I mean, just look at the difference here. The past was all about storytelling, wishful thinking, and making things look good. But the present? The new motto is simply prove it. Everything has to be backed by auditable data that can actually stand up to some serious scrutiny.
So yeah, welcome to the new era of ESG. And this isn't some small adjustment we're talking about. This is a fundamental shift. Sustainability reporting has been yanked out of the communications department and placed right where it belongs, in the boardroom. It's now a core governance discipline, right up there with financial reporting. And everyone, investors, regulators, you name it, is demanding that consistency.
So that brings up the big question, right? In this tough new world where every single claim you make is going to be challenged, how do you actually build credibility? How do you create reports that are defensible?
Well, for thousands of companies all over the globe, the answer is the Global Reporting Initiative, or GRI. Now, it's not the new kid on the block, far from it, but it has become the gold standard, the most widely adopted framework, for a very, very good reason. And that reason boils down to this core concept: impact materiality. Now, that might sound a little jargony, but the idea is actually pretty simple. While a lot of other frameworks focus on how sustainability issues affect a company's bottom line, GRI flips the script. It asks, how does the company's existence and operations impact the world, the people, the communities, the environment? It's a stakeholder-first view, and it's exactly what the world is asking for right now.
And that's precisely why a GRI certification is so much more than just another line item on a LinkedIn profile. It's a signal. It tells the world that you and your organization are taking this seriously. You're serious about creating defensible, credible reports.
So what does a GRI certified pro actually do? Well, they're not just filling out forms. They're part strategist, part data scientist, part diplomat. They're on the ground, assessing a company's real-world impacts. They're taking all that messy, complex operational data and translating it into clean, standardized disclosures. And crucially, they're always thinking ahead, anticipating tough questions, and weaving this whole process right into the company's core strategy.
And this is exactly why employers trust it. In a sea of ESG certifications and buzzwords, GRI stands out for three big reasons. First, it's recognized everywhere. We're talking Europe, Asia, North America. It's the global language of sustainability. Second, it plays nice with others. It's designed to work alongside frameworks like the ISSB, not compete with them. And third, it demands the same kind of process discipline and rigor you'd expect from the finance department.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. The ESG standards landscape can feel like an alphabet soup, right? You've got GRI, ISSB, TCFD. It's a lot, and it can be super confusing to figure out how they all fit together.
And that leads to the question that's on everybody's mind right now. With the new investor-focused ISSB standards getting so much attention, is GRI's time in the spotlight about to end? Is it going to be eclipsed?
The answer is a resounding no. And here's why. They're designed to do two different but equally vital jobs. GRI, as we've said, is all about impact materiality. It's for all stakeholders, and its purpose is accountability. The ISSB, on the other hand, is focused on financial materiality. It's for investors, and its purpose is to understand enterprise value. They're two sides of the same coin.
So here's the real takeaway. They aren't fighting each other, they're becoming complementary. You absolutely need both. Companies need GRI to manage their total impact, and they need ISSB to talk to investors about financial risk. And what this really means is that professionals who have deep skills in GRI are becoming even more valuable, not less.
All right, so let's bring this home. What is the bottom line for you and your career? In this accountability era, just knowing the rules of the game isn't enough to stand out, not by a long shot.
This is what really separates the great practitioners from the, not so great. A weak practitioner sees GRI as a compliance checkbox. They just want to get it done. But a strong practitioner, the kind that companies are desperate to hire, sees it as a strategic exercise. They dig into the messy reality behind the data, and they engage with stakeholders because it's a core part of good governance, not just for optics.
So, to sum it all up, it's pretty simple.
In a world that is screaming for credibility, GRI is the foundation for companies to build trust. And for you, as a professional, it's the clearest signal you can send that you are serious about this work.
Which really just leaves one final question for you to think about. As we go deeper and deeper into this era of total scrutiny, where every claim is challenged and every number is double-checked, how are you going to prove it?